Emily. Today I'm actually going to do my Heffron Drive concert experience, like a year and 2 months later. Heffron Drive show, December 12th, 2013. It was in Kansas City, which actually somebody came to Kansas City, so I didn't have to take a concert trip, even though the concert trips are really fun. I had class in the morning and it was during finals at college, so I went and I turned in a final, and then I went home. Kaylin and we got lunch, and then we drove to Kansas City, or Westport. It was in Westport, Missouri, because it was at the Riot Room. It took a while trying to find like a place to park, because there's like no place to park, and we drove around for like 10 minutes trying to find a place to park. We found a place to park, which was actually like right around the corner from the doors to the arena, or into the venue. We got out and we got in line. We were pretty close to the front, and then we were standing in line waiting for Mariah and Kelsey to come, and Dustin and Kendall walk out of the bus and walk into the venue, and they pass us, and like everyone's like, oh hey Kendall, and nobody like said anything to Dustin, so like he was walking and I'm like, hi Dustin, and he was like, hi, and then he walked in and I'm just like, oh my god, he said hi. I was freaking out about that. I was still freaking out about that when Mariah and Kelsey got there. We finally got in. We got stickers on our shirts. We got in. We were standing in line, and we were deciding between the four. We're like, who wants to go first? And everyone just like kind of pushes me towards like the front of our group, and I'm like, oh okay. And I went out and I like hugged both Kendall and Dustin. So I walk up and I was wearing a sweater that had mustaches on it, and so Kendall was like, oh hey cool, look at all those mustaches. And then I was wearing a necklace that had bacon on it, and Dustin was like, oh, and you got the bacon necklace. And I was like, yeah, and then my earrings have mustaches too. And this was after I hugged him and I was like starting to turn into like, and after I turned to like take the picture, and they like both like leaned over and looked at my earrings and were like, that's so cool. So we took the picture, and I had found, before we went, these like, they're ID cards, but they have like different like characters on them, and I found a Spider-Man one and a Batman one because Kendall likes Spider-Man, and then I just took the Batman one, because Logan from Big Time Rush, he likes Batman, and I just gave them both to Kendall, and I was like, one of them's for Logan, I know you know which one it is, and he was like, oh, that's so cool, it's like my he's like, this is my alter ego. I was like, well, they're IDs, and he was, or they're like fake IDs. He's like, oh, so next time I get pulled over, I'm just like, yeah, that works. And then the bacon necklace I was wearing is actually a best buds necklace, so, which I had gotten, and I gave Dustin the other one, and he saw it, and he was like, oh, that's so cool. I had a phone case, which I got for the concert, which was a mustache made out of bacon. And so they both signed it. And I don't put it on my phone anymore, it's for display. I took it off, like, that case lasted for less than a day because I put it on there to go to the concert, and then I took it off because it had their autographs on it, and I didn't want it to get messed up. And I walked away, and then Kaylin took her picture, and Mariah and Kelsey, they took their pictures. So we walked up into the venue, we got like right up against the barricade on one of the sides. We were just like all freaking out in like the post meet and greet freak out session that always happens. Kaylin goes, what if Dustin comes on stage wearing the necklace that you gave him? So that made me just like flip out like crazy, and I'm just standing there just like fangirling. So we're just like standing around for a while, and then everybody finished the meet and greet. We were waiting after the meet and greet, and they started sound check, and then they did a song, then they did some questions, and they took one question from somebody. The second question, I was like all four of us were raising our hands, so I had my hand up, and Kendall looks over and he points at me, he goes, mustaches, and I'm like, oh. If you remember when I was in my Big Time Rush video, when I was talking about how the four of us jumped up and started singing Giant Turd song and naming ourselves the Giant Turd Girls, my question was, I said, Do you remember the 4 of us from Oklahoma City? We were the ones that stood up during sound check and sang the Giant Church song. And he goes, how could we forget? Like, they freaking remembered us from Oklahoma City. It was just like amazing, and then all of us just like started screaming at each other and jumping up and down. We're like, oh my gosh, they remembered us. The concert started, and Ariana and the Rose performed, and they have really good songs. I really enjoy their music, and they did this like mashup that I found, and I actually found they posted the video on YouTube too, but it's I Knew You Were Trouble by Taylor Swift, Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus, and Summertime Sadness by Lana Del Rey. It's just like a mashup of all the songs, and it's really great. So you should definitely go check that video out. Okay, I think it's on their page, but you can just like search in YouTube and you should be able to find it. So they did really good. And then Eric Dash, he comes out and he does his set, which he's really good. And Kelsey, I think it was Kelsey that said it, he looks like an older Cody Simpson. Yeah, he's so cute. And so that he did his set. Like, Kendall and Dustin came out and they did their set, which was like really amazing. And we got like, so Kendall kept walking over and giving us attention. And there's one part where he just like reached out and he grabbed Mariah and Kelsey's hands, and like he held them for like literally a minute. And there's a video of it. Mariah and Kelsey, they have a video of it. But I was just like, we're all like freaking out about it. And then he walked away and like all of us were just like, oh my god! It was such a fun show. I loved their show. It was amazing. After the show was over, Ariana and the Rose and Eric Dash, they were just like out for just to meet everybody, and we all got to meet Kendall's mom, and we got a picture with her. We went into Eric's line and we got a picture with him. We went to Ariana and the Rose's line, and because I was wearing a mustache sweater, so a couple of them had mustaches, and so they were just like looking at the sweater trying to figure out like what mustache went to like which person, and I'm wearing it. And then when they were done, we turned around and take the picture, and like Caitlin was supposed to take a picture, and then she just like had walked away in the middle of like them talking about my sweater. And so Ariana was like, do you have anybody to take your picture? And I'm like, where did she go? And I'm like, Caitlin, and she's like, sorry, I'm coming. I don't even know where she went. But anyway, so she comes back and she took the picture, and then we all got t-shirts. So we were like, okay, let's go over to, I think it was Pinkberry, but it was a frozen yogurt place, and it was like right across the street. So we went over there and we were just like messing around, and then we took pictures, and we sent it to them going, hey, come over here to Pinkberry, and then they come like back out, and like Mariah and Kelsey are like out the door and halfway across the street, and I had to unplug my phone because I plugged it in because it died, and Kayla and I are just like running after him, and so we got to see him for like 10 seconds, and they went back in, and then so I'm eating ice cream, and this is December, and like I'm eating ice cream, we're eating outside, and I like had to throw like a little bit away because I'm like, I can't eat this out here. We were sitting in Kayla's car waiting for Kelsey's parents to come pick her up, and then that's when like they had posted the meet and greet pictures, so like they found ours, and we were just all like screaming and like, oh my god, they're so cute, and then fangirling about the whole night in general. And then Kayla and I, we went to get some for dinner, and then we went back to her house. But it was such a fun concert. It was like such a great meet and greet experience and sound check, and I mean, they freaking remembered us, so how can you get better than that? It was so much fun. That was my whole experience with Heffron Drive. So give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed hearing about Heffron Drive, or if you love Heffron Drive, and subscribe to my channel to be notified when more videos get posted. All my social media links are down in the description like they normally are, and I will see you next week. Bye!
Need a beat, something to move my feet. Everything that you do